Miley Cyrus and Sinead O'Connor get pretty rude to each other. And it has to do with the fact that, you know, Miley Cyrus was dealing with a lot of criticism over her Wrecking Ball music video. So she had this interview with Rolling Stone, and she said that the inspiration for Wrecking Ball was from Sinead O'Connor and her song Nothing Compares to You. Well, Sinead O'Connor saw that, and she didn't take too kindly to it. She wrote an open letter to Miley Cyrus, and to be completely honest with you, I read the entire thing. I didn't feel that Sinead O'Connor was being terrible to Miley. I think that she came from a motherly place. I think that she wanted to offer some advice. And just to summarize it, she was basically saying, look, the music industry is looking to pimp you. They're looking to make money off of your youth and your beauty and your sexuality. And I just want you to look out for that because they don't give a shit about you. All they care about is making money. And I thought that it was a really powerful letter. But Miley Cyrus didn't take too kindly to that. Now, I want to read you a few of the few portions from the letter so you guys get a sense of what she said. She says, I am extremely concerned for you that those around you have led you to believe or encouraged you in your own belief that it is in any way cool to be naked and licking sledgehammers in your videos.
It's a little cool.
It's a little cold, but I mean, when you take it out of context like that, I'm reading you the coldest parts of her letter. Okay. She starts it off by saying, I'm doing this because I care about you, I think you're talented, I'm trying to be motherly.
No, I was saying it's actually a little cool to be naked and licking sledgehammers.
Oh, I thought you said cold.
Okay.
That's funny. Anyway, it is in fact the case that you will obscure your talent by allowing yourself to be pimped, whether it's the music business or yourself doing the pimping. Nothing but harm will come in the long run from allowing yourself to be exploited, and it is absolutely not in any way an empowerment of yourself or any other young women.
So what's Miley's reaction to this, Anna?
So Miley did not take it as something that was motherly, and she went to her Twitter account and she started basically going on this rant against Sinead O'Connor. One of her tweets basically made fun of the fact that Sinead O'Connor had come out and said that she has bipolar disorder, and she was on Twitter looking for a psychiatrist. So Miley tweeted, before Amanda Bynes, there was, and then she had an embed of a bunch of tweets from Sinead O'Connor asking people for a psychiatrist, a good psychiatrist, which I think was obviously a very immature way to handle it. And it's not in any way funny to make light of someone's mental illness.
Yeah, there's a lot of guilty folks here. So, first of all, Miley, just calm down. She's trying to help you. I know you're taking offense to it. I get it, right? But second of all, don't throw her under the bus for having a mental disorder. That's not classy, right? And then you automatically lose the moral high ground if you ever had one, right? And then Sinead, what were you doing asking for a psychiatrist on Twitter? Like, come on. I love your sister, but you don't do that in public. That's crazy.
Yeah, and we also have to take all of this with a grain of salt. So, you know, Sinead O'Connor does that on Twitter originally. Then she writes the blog post publicly. Then Miley does this publicly. So when they're doing all this stuff publicly over and over, there is usually an ulterior motive, which is just to get press. So this is, first off, it's good for Miley because she is a publicity whore of the highest order. And it's good for Sinead because she's getting her name back in the mix, which ain't happening because of her music right now.
I think that's a key point. Mothers don't blog to their daughters when they're giving motherly advice, right?
Yeah.
This is clearly not actually for Miley. That being said, on the substance, she was pretty wrong. Miley's pretty wrong to call out her mental illness. That was
I think that's wrong.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was really cold.
But I actually...
But I think her being naked is cool, but her calling out the mental disorder is cold.
Okay,
but
thank you for clarifying that.
Do you think there's any chance that she's doing this without clearance from somebody? Do you think Miley Cyrus really knew about that Sinead O'Connor tweet originally and thought, I'm going to mention that again now? Like, to me, this seems like this is all management and, you know, they tell you
think
sort
so?
of what...
You know, you're even more cynical than I am. Because I thought, like, you know, she's a young girl. Like, somebody's going to tell her, hey, Drums, did you see Sinead O'Connor tweeted about you? Somebody's going to definitely tell her that. And then she's going to get angry and be like, oh, yeah? And then strike back in this way. So it could be either, I think.
I think the only one who's really guilty in all of this, and by the way, I just want to say that I do think that, of course, there's a publicity angle to it. It's not far-fetched for them to be doing it to get publicity. Right. But just to pretend as if I'm naive to think that, no, that's not happening, if I had to make a ruling on this, I would argue that the only person who's guilty here is Miley Cyrus, because it's never funny to make fun of someone's mental illness, regardless of what they say to you. And also, if you read the entire open letter, I thought that it was actually spot on. The music industry is looking to make money off of her. Of course, Miley Cyrus is also going to become tremendously wealthy and is tremendously wealthy because of that type of exploitation. But no one really gives a crap about her. No one gives a crap about any musical artist out there. It's all about how much money you can make off that person while they're young and beautiful.